Thank you for clicking on this video. If you enjoy what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to stay up to date with our latest content.
And hey, don't forget, check out our Patreon where you can be part of the dream and enjoy this transaction.
Hey y'all, welcome to the extra episode of the Microtransaction Extra. I'm your host Chris, and today I am joined by the great Liver self, aka the Commander of Foxhound. Liquid, how you doing?
Man, I couldn't be better. Like, what's funny is that I was editing our microtransaction episode, just throwing it together, at least getting the framework done, and I heard that intro, and I, for some reason, I heard you say it over and over again. But the Great Deliverer, I can't get enough of it. I love it. I love the title. I think it's great. I think it's fitting. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm here, baby. I'm here. How are you?
How I'm doing?
Okay.
Have you played Death Stranding?
I have, actually. Oddly enough.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Like, so ever since the director's cut came out, I did those few missions that were there. That was all fun and dandy. And then I played a little bit after that because I'm like, damn, this game, like, now that it's got a little bit of up-res, with the PS5 update and stuff like that, I decided to play it on my big screen, 4K, 60 frames. And man, that thing looks beautiful. So I'm just like, and I got the platinum trophy on PS4. However, when I brought over all the information to PS5, I guess I used an older save, so technically some of the trophies aren't unlocked on PS5. So I might, polish those up a little bit just to have the platinum on PS5. I might go back to do that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Oh, we kind of gave up on the Let's Play, but I would love to see you play a little Death Stranding.
Yeah, that might be in the works, man.
Just like a nice, like 10-20 minute piece, clip. You know what I'm saying? One delivery.
Just one,
see the
just
great
one.
deliverer in action.
Oh, dude, I don't know if you want to, man.
Yeah, check it out.
These packages go from A to B unscathed, in with time to spare.
Oh, obviously. Well, Liquid.
Yeah, man. Ooh, you
Your
can
boy
ring
did a little thing.
Yeah, you sure as hell did. Yeah, ringing my bell is what you did.
So, Liquid, let me tell you and the audience at home what Chris did. As you can tell,
put us on. Please.
Buckle up.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of buckle up, I flew to Chicago. Now, I know what you're thinking, how was Chicago?
I was thinking, boy, are your arms tired?
Oh. but
is it like
No, I don't.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
So the thing is, I haven't flown on a plane since I was 9 years old, right? So I'm on the plane. I haven't been on a plane since 9/11, pre 9/11.
Wait, so when you went to Chicago a few years ago for Pokemon, you drove? Really? Dude, this is already news to me. Wow, dude, oh my goodness, I didn't know this.
Technically, I drove cross country. Technically.
Yeah, he's north to south. You went up and down. Wow.
Yeah. It was awesome. I'm glad I did it. I never want to do it again.
Really?
But boy, it was beautiful. Like seeing America.
In the
it was
air?
the first time I ever saw. Yeah. No. Like driving. Like seeing the mountains, because we're from Florida. For the people that don't know, we're from Florida, so you don't see fucking mountains.
I gotcha.
I remember, like, it was off my shit. So we got to mountain kind of area, and I kept on looking inside, like, holy shit, that's a mountain.
Yeah.
And people are like, yeah, it's a mountain, Chris. I'm like, shut up. You don't understand. Like, you don't understand the majesty. Like, have you ever been on a mountain? I'm like, yes, I'm Puerto Rican. I've been to a mountain, but I'm like, I don't, like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
Like, I'm like, y'all are dumb. I'm going on. Who knew that would have been? Besides my first trip to Chicago, like I said before, terrible. But did I not tell you that it was terrible?
No.
Trick and my ex-girlfriend were fighting. They were fighting the shit out of each other the entire time.
Like for your love, or like what are we talking about?
They were just in full blown arguments, cussing each other, bro. It was terrible. I don't even want to get into it. I try not to
Whoa.
think about it, bro. It was so bad. The only good times I had when I was playing Pokemon Go.
Well, I'm gonna have to side with
Everything
Patrick
else-
just because he's a Patreon member. So
Yeah, me too. It was funny because X was being terrible because she's terrible, and Patrick was also adding to it because Patrick didn't know how to talk to women.
okay,
But like he was talking to her like he would talk to me. And
Right,
I'm like,
right.
yo. So it's like sometimes Patrick would be out of line. I'm like, Patrick, like, come on, bro. Like, you're killing me right now.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes like yo, they say you know somebody when you travel with them. You really know who they are.
Yeah.
And something should let me know that, like, man, maybe because I was getting along with Patrick fine,
Sure.
more or less. There were some issues, but neither here nor there. But like we're like, man, it's crazy because like I can't say that. Anyway, just know it got crazy.
Okay,
I can't
okay.
say that on the internet.
Okay. We'll talk about it
but,
off the air.
Tell you off the air, dude. Totally.
Okay, cool.
But getting back to it, we flew to Chicago. I haven't been on the plane since I was 9 years old, right?
Wow.
So the
Okay.
thing is, I didn't know once I took off, my flight or fight instincts was gonna kick in.
Right.
So when it hits me, I'm calm. I am at alert, like I'm gonna do something, and I'm like, "What the hell is happening?"
Right. So your
And I
heart's
realized-
pounding, like getting.
heart is pounding. Like the thing is that the plane is banking, and I grab the chair like it's gonna fucking matter.
Okay.
Matthew sees me. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm bracing myself. Like I'm not. I don't know how this plane's gonna fucking
Right.
go.
Right.
man."
Right.
So like it's alarming, and then we're like off in the air, and the thing is we hit a little turbulence, and then I have this moment of clarity, thanks to Cowboy Bebop. I'm like, man, what I would love to do to just smoke a cigarette, light it up, and be like, whatever happens, happens. Because I've come to know that like if this plane burns,
Yeah.
nothing I can do about it now.
Right. Done.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, dog, you better give me some more pretzels, dog. All right.
For real. Matter of fact, shit, if it was me, I'd be taking some of that alcohol off the plane. Like, what are you gonna do? Charge me, bitch? I won't be dead.
I'm not gonna die sober. Get
Yeah,
outta here.
exactly. You got me fucking. If anything, you being like under, like just under the influence of something, maybe you'll survive. Who knows?
True.
Yeah.
Drinks
Cheers,
of that.
baby.
Oh.
Cheers.
Oh, we go to that, but what I had was my Nintendo Switch.
Hell yeah.
And your boy, you thought he was gonna play Pokemon. Nah, I was playing Smash the entire time,
Yeah.
unlocking characters, bro.
Nice.
I was just having a good ass time explaining to Matt because Matt's like, he has nothing to do on the plane. He has like a couple of videos and stuff, but he's like, what's going on? So I'm explaining to him the mechanic. It's probably the most Matt's ever seen of Smash ever.
You should. I would have said throw him a Joy-Con. You know what I'm saying? Get some Smash on.
I tried. He was like, hell.
Oh,
no.
okay. Hey, at least you tried.
I tried. I'm like, he's like, who would I? He's like, he thought about it at one point because like, who would I play with? I'm like, you could play a snake. And he's like, no, you play a snake. And I was like, I didn't want to say that like also Liquid plays a snake, but like I didn't want to say that like And then we're like, oh, he's like, bro, you need to unlock Sonic, bro, like because of Nathan. And then the next person who came up was Sonic. And I was like, and then he was like, nah, fam, we ain't doing that. But tried though.
Yeah,
And
good
so
try.
we were up in the air. It was cool, and it was like I got a window seat. I was like, I was like, yo, I need to get the window seat.
Yeah.
So I'm just like looking down at Matthew's like, why is it a big deal? He's like, oh, he's like, that's when it hit Matt. It's like, what was the last time you flown? I was like, since I was 9 years old. He's like, oh. And once the other person who we were also sitting with, they got kind of like, I think they realized because I was like, wow, and I was not quiet about it. I wasn't trying to be a doll, but like, oh my god, look, clouds.
Right.
I was like, bro, it's crazy to see him from this point of view. And people, you could tell that people were like, oh, I'm glad somebody said it. Because then when more people started looking outside, I was like, okay.
Okay, there you go.
I'm like, someone just needed to be brave enough to say like, wow, I don't see clouds from this angle.
Right. Yeah, I love, dude, flying is awesome. When you see clouds like right there, like eye level kind of thing, like, or even above, when you're above the clouds, oh, it's something else, man. It's awesome. I love it.
And it's cool because at Matt's watch, we could see how like a rough estimation of how high we were off the
Oh,
ground.
it's at altitude readings.
Elevation.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a
Or
runner thing.
wait, altitude, elevation?
Altitude.
Is it the same? Elevation, altitude, is it the same?
Sure.
Hey, drinks to that, baby.
Com-
Cheers.
Comments down below. Explain it to us.
Yeah, let
We
us
don't
know. Put us on.
We're a couple dumb drunk boys. Anyway. So we're going over there. And then like we land. And
Wait,
then
who did you
by the
fly
way,
through?
Delays.
Southwest.
West.
Any food?
And they've been having pretzels.
Oh, okay. Yeah, same here.
But they're having a bit of thing because pilots don't want to get their COVID shots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're having delays out the ass. And apparently, like, a bunch of pilots were going to go on strike. Like, they were like, oh, it's the weather. And all of us, like, we all know it's not the weather.
Right.
Lying to us because it was raining and there was a thing.
Okay.
There were delays.
Okay.
But for me, it was all right because I'm like, cool. I'm like, if I'm going to delay, I'm in a new thing.
Right, exactly.
I was like, man, this feels wild. Then, so that was cool. We landed in Chicago. The thing is, Matthew didn't eat all day.
Oh, man.
He had breakfast, and then he didn't eat till nighttime.
Wow.
Okay, so let me tell you. So we got on the plane, delays at the ass. Right, it was supposed to be a 2-hour flight. It's now a 4-hour flight. So we land, we get there. Matthew, I didn't know, was directionally challenged.
Okay.
He sucks at directions, apparently. Didn't know that. He did good when the pressure was on. So we went from plane to subway. First time ever being on a subway before ever.
Nice.
I was like, man, this is cool as fuck. Like, I'm
Well,
seeing
you checking
Chicago.
you checking everything off the list here.
For me, I'm thinking like, because of YouTube and like I love movies. I just like, oh man, I'm just thinking about like scenes, how you would just like do the B-roll, how you have the GoPro on the side and you don't edit the sound and like it shows that the person's from the city and it's a heartbeat, and I'm just thinking all this shit in my brain. What I didn't realize, in front of me, my brother has no food in his stomach and is now fucking feeling nauseous as all hell.
Oh, that sucks. That's a sucky feeling.
And I realized because I could always by the way, Mass in Florida, guys, so you guys know, for the most part, most people have just been like, COVID, I'm over it.
Right.
Chicago, not that way at all. It's masks all the time, or someone's gonna tell you to put on a fucking mask.
Really? Whoa. Okay.
It was a culture shock.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. I love it. Okay.
No, bro. It was the longest I've ever had a mask on in my whole life.
Wow.
Legit had a mask on. I want to say for like 9 hours.
That's
only to like eat and back up.
Right.
Even they tell you when you're flying the plane, like, hey, don't be the next YouTube sensation. Yeah, I'm like, I hope somebody does. Like, I want to put this on the microtransaction.
Hell yeah, we need that, man.
Yeah, I was like, I wish somebody act up. I'm like, I'm gonna instigate some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, none of that happened.
Okay.
So then we get on the city bus, right? We get off of it. We get there. We get on the bus. We're driving on the bus. Guess what? Fire truck happens, blocks off the city road. I get to see the ladder and everything, bro.
Whoa.
And the guy's like, we're sidelined and we can't move anywhere until dispatch this is out. And the other guy, who's like, you could tell the guy's living there his whole life, he's like, you're only he's like, where are you going? You're like a mile away, bro. You'll get there faster if you walk. Hey, consider exploring the city. Me and Matt were also in the same boat, so now we're carrying the thing. We're taking the way. Me and Matt are trying to figure out. Matt is starving. He's hungry.
I'm sure that
we
sucks.
Finally get to the hotel, and then but there's a story to our story.
Okay.
The thing is, we get some. I'm like, Matt, let's get some pizza, bro. I'm like, hey, we had a day, but we're in Chicago now. Yeah. The city's alive, bro. The city's energy felt amazing, and now we can see people who are here for the Chicago Marathon because runners have a very distinct look, and shape. And I had to say, I never felt more fat than I did in Chicago because everyone's in shape.
Yeah,
I didn't see another person as fat as me, period. The entire time.
Really? Oh, okay.
Because in Chicago, you have to walk everywhere. It is literally impossible to be as big as me in Chicago and survive.
Right.
Unless you're rich beyond belief and that person was in a car and I just didn't see him. On the road, though, no. The fattest person I saw, he looked like a mushroom, but the dude still had skinny legs because he was still walking.
Hey, there
You know
go.
what I'm saying?
My man's like, I'm only fat from the waist up, baby. Everything down there's all muscle.
That's what it was. And Matthew was like, well, what about that guy? Because I told Matt about it. I'm like, no, that guy used to be skinny, got happy, fell in love, had them kids that were around him. And I'm like, he's old. He's new fat. He's not old fat. He wasn't always
Okay.
fat.
Yeah.
Like, and Matt's like, he looked at him. He's like, oh shit. He's like, do you think about this shit? I was like, Matt, you do sometimes. All right. When you're fat, you look for other fat people.
Okay.
All right. What I'm saying, to see how they're doing.
Okay.
Right. And the thing is, we went to eat. We got Giordano's. All right.
Ooh,
Okay. When we looked it up, it's just like, oh, there's dining out. And we go in there, renovations. You can order food. It's gonna take an hour to an hour and a half.
Oh my God. Dude.
Me and Matt are so hungry and tired. Matthew's like, fuck it.
Fuck.
Paid $40 for one deep dish pizza. All right.
Okay. Hey, at least you got that experience. You got the deep dish pizza.
Yeah, it was good. We got a vegetarian thing because of Matthew's diet. But then Matthew was so hungry, he was like, yo, I need an appetizer. And Matt's like, yo, if I order this, will I get this food before I get this? They were like, yes. So Matthew ordered the thing. They gave us the wrong thing because it was only supposed to be garlic bread.
You probably said,
But it was
fuck
garlic bread, nuggets, and like other stuff. And like with 4 sauces. And Matt's like, oh, I'm not telling them nothing.
Yep.
And Matt's like, yo, you better eat this shit.
Yeah, you better
'Cause I'm
get it.
trying
You
to
better
think
get
of
in
all
on
prices
this.
left. He's like, you can get it before I eat it all.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, fam. So we split it right down the middle. We finally get our pizza, but it comes with a bunch of silverware. Gonna come in later. So we get the silverware. We're fine. We get back to the hotel. We have like one slice. Thing is a deep dish pizza, bro. That shit fills you
It
up.
does, dude.
I
It
ate
does.
one slice and I'm like, I'm good, fam.
Yeah, no, same here. I know exactly what you mean. Like I got these little personal pizzas. I only got like half of it done. Like those are some thick boys.
Damn, you thick as hell. Anyway, let me speed up. So next day, and I'm gonna say Anime Expo, but the Running Expo. We go there. There's a huge line. By the way, we've already gotten Starbucks a couple times. I didn't skip it, but Starbucks became our best friend. We were getting coffees left and right. Matthew's like, I got $50 on the Starbucks cup. Coffees on me the entire trip.
Nice.
That was two trips.
PSLs.
Duh. Alright. The entire weekend we were rocking PSLs, bro. You crazy? By the way, the first time I ever experienced fall in my life.
Oh wait. Oh, like actual legitimate fall.
Real fall.
Yeah.
Like there was like a tree where the leaves were green to yellow.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
No. For the first time, awesome. So we're there. We go to the exhibit, but the thing is, it was so sweet. It was sweet because Matt's like, usually when I go to this stuff, it's usually with like Nail or somebody, not another person who's a fan of running like I am.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Matt are just like, I'm like, oh, I want to go see this. I want to go see that. And Matt's like, hell yeah, let's go.
Nice.
And Matthew want to do the running thing. I'm like, Matt, I don't want to get stomped out in front of you by everybody. All right, we're not doing that. And the thing is, they had free samples of beer. So me and Matt, it's not even like 10 o'clock in the morning, and me and Matt are taking swigs of beer, just laughing. Matthew just bought an exorbitant amount of shit. Right? He got this, but it was so, bro. I was thinking about buying it. It was like $140.
What was it?
Was the sick running jacket from Nike, because Nike was like the sponsor.
Oh, nice.
And it was like a Chicago Marathon running jacket.
Okay.
You know, it's a world major. It's made for this event.
Cool.
Right, hold on. Where did I put it? Because I worked out in it earlier. I don't know.
So
Anyway,
you got the
I
jacket?
didn't get the jacket.
Oh,
That
okay.
was too much money. I couldn't justify.
But Matt got
I was
the
thinking
jacket?
with Matt 100% bought
Cool,
that. Matt
dude.
bought the jacket without even
Well,
thinking about it. Right?
yeah. At least you know it's a Nike jacket. You know, so you know you're getting a product that's gonna last.
Quality, bro. I'm
Right.
like, damn, this shit is nice. The thing is, you made the order there. You had to go pick it up at the Nike store.
Oh shit. Okay.
I was sending a bunch of pictures to Frank, and I was like, "Yo, Frank, I thought Frank would 100% Venmo me some money, so I bought him something."
Right.
I was like, and I made the offer. Didn't get me anything. I'm like, bro, there's like exclusive Nike shit. I thought he would be like, oh, for the uniform,
Right.
for work, I'm gonna have like Chicago finisher.
That'd be cool.
And he was gonna practice. Yeah, he never hit me back up. Your brother's a piece of shit.
That's him. For those who don't know, Frank is my brother. Yes, he's a piece of shit. Not even a Patreon subscriber. Doesn't even care about his family, dude. He doesn't give a shit about us. Just throwing it out there. Carry on. I'm sorry, Chris.
You taught him how to be a man, and he doesn't show you the respect.
You're right.
That guy.
You can only do so much. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him reply back when you're trying to offer him some Venmo so you can get him a jacket here. But whatever.
Not even a t-shirt. Anyway, so we have a blast. We get the thing. We go to the Nike store in Chicago, bro. The line was wrapped around the thing, and me and Matt looked at each other like, bro, we're not doing this shit right now.
Okay.
Right? So we go back to the hotel.
Well, at least you got your order in though.
There was a whole separate side where you just went to do pickups.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Besides the main store, the thing is, we got there later. We did a bunch of stuff that we needed to do.
Right.
And then we did some reconnaissance to see where Matt's gonna be running the next day and all that. So then Matt later is like, all right, we relax for a little bit. Matt's like, we can't spend all, because the thing is, Matt's running a marathon.
Right.
It's running the Chicago Major. And if you guys did I say what a Chicago Major is yet so far?
I don't think so. Not yet. We haven't got up to that yet.
Chicago Major is one of the six major races in running period. You have Chicago, Boston,
New York,
Berlin, Tokyo, and London. These are top six.
Yeah, you mentioned 6.
So okay, I didn't know, because they're adding a 7th in the next couple of years, and if you do all 6 races, you get a special medal.
Oh, that's cool. That is dope. Do you know what number 7's gonna be? Any idea?
They said the name, but I couldn't. Bro, they said the name, and it might as well have been Hofukistan.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I've never heard of that shit in my life. I'm dumb American.
I'm gonna try to look it up, but carry on, please.
We do some reconnaissance, go back, we chill at the door because we're a little tired. We've been walking around all day.
Right.
And then we were just like, let's go back to the Nike store. The line a lot shorter. It took 2 minutes to get in. Bro, there was a DJ. They were jamming. The thing is, Matthew wanted to buy some shoes. Now, Matt didn't want to just buy any shoes. He wanted to buy Nike's La Creme of the La Creme shoe.
Okay.
He told me I get to pick the color. But this it's Nike's Alpha Flies. Now these are the running shoe. Period.
I think I have that shoe.
It's $300.
I think Frank got it at a major discount. Is that the one that's got the heel cup is a pointy in the back? It's a little point.
They're all pointy in the back.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I don't know it then.
Yeah, Romero's do that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm getting all nerdy.
No, carry on, please.
These are 300 and some odd change.
Right.
Or he's like, should I bet? I'm like, do it, Matt. And then the thing is, Matt's already spent $150 on this jacket or whatever.
Right.
And then he's gonna spend $300. And Naoli, I could hear her being on the phone, so I saw you made a purchase. And Matt's like, come on.
Damn. My man just checked out and got a text message. Yo, I saw you made a purchase.
Yeah, Naoli was just straight up at the end, look, I'm gonna not even look at this account until you come back. I'm not doing that. She's like, I'm not gonna be that wife. So
Okay.
props to Naoli.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she's like, if you spending money, because when we came back, just with the rough estimate, she's like, you're not spending any more money until you get paid again. And Matthew's like, okay, fine.
No,
Because Matthew in purchases spent $500, and that's without food.
Damn. That Nike shit'll that shit'll rack up quick, bro. That Nike shit ain't no joke.
Bro, I don't know where I put it. I think no. Okay, hold on, because this is a joke too. I bought something too.
Okay.
Thing is, hold on. I use it to work out. By the way, amazing. You see how it says Chicago?
Yeah, that's cool.
But on the front, me and Matthew thought it says finisher.
Nice. Bank of America.
It's like I finished the Chicago finisher, but obviously didn't do the race.
Yeah, obviously. But that's dope. It's so cool. I love the back. The back is awesome.
I love walking around.
Yeah, that looks dope. I love that with the Nike check on the eye. That's sick, dude. I love it. It's awesome.
And what a great shirt to work out in.
Nice.
Yeah. So we do that. We think it's funny. Matthew's like, get the finisher shit. Like it'd be so funny, and I'm like, all right, I'm fucking doing it.
Right.
And so we were basically I'm bullying Matthew. I'm like, Matthew, I swear to God, if you do, because Matthew has a bad habit when he's running a race, he likes to have full blown conversations with people while he's doing marathons. And I'm like, Matt, shut the fuck up and do your goddamn race.
You're right.
I don't want to hear how you met someone and they were so nice. I don't want to hear that. Do your race. Matthew listened to me. He did his race. He's running it. By the way, how long are we on this episode so far?
We're about 26, 27 minutes.
Oh, cool. This is gonna be a longer one. Okay, so the day of the marathon comes. This is where we're in the thick of it. We wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. Me and Matthew, we're trying our best to like sleep because we're both excited.
Sure.
I'm excited to go. Matthew's like nervous to race. You never sleep well before race day. That's just the rule.
I'd imagine.
It's the most important day to get sleep, and you get none of it.
You're probably excited, obviously.
You're excited. You're nervous. How are you gonna do if you're planning a PR?
Right.
You're putting that PR as a personal record, like the fastest you ever did. Because you have to remember, people are like, oh, I run, but until you put it to an official race, it don't count.
I gotcha.
It's like I joke around with Ivan, but I'm not joking at all. He's like, oh, I ran Gasparilla with you guys. I'm like, yes, you ran Gasparilla with us, but you didn't run Gasparilla.
Right, because it wasn't a PR.
You didn't put a time down officially.
Because he just ran with you guys, right? He didn't have the entry fee or nothing like that, right? Okay. I got you.
That's a big line in the sand when it comes to racing.
Makes sense. Okay.
So, that's just the nature of the beast. So we wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. It's cool because everyone's up right now, bro. There was a good thing. A guy smoking a cigarette. He was like, he saw us walking. He's like, damn, you doing that? He's like, I'm thinking about, is it too late to register? I was thinking about joining you. Matthew's like, God damn, because Matthew, Matt's hyped. So yeah. Matt's like, God damn, bro, I'll give you this bid right now and go right back to sleep if you want. The guy just shut the fuck up and started laughing like, haha. You didn't expect Matthew to fire back at 5 o'clock in the morning. Right. I'm like, yo. I'm like, my bro is hype. He's like, Chris, you probably would have came up with something better. I was like, I don't think I would. That was hilarious.
No, that was good. That was on the money, yeah.
And so like Matthew's stretching. I was like, like, what do you need? We're talking this and that. And then like, the thing is, since it's blocked off and there's so many people, I can't see Matthew go. Mm-hmm. I go to around mile 2. What I've never seen, I've been to one half marathon before in Naples, nowhere near a world major. So they have like a tracking app that you can see Matt run his race and what his times and what his split are. By the way, I got so pissed off at Matt because you could tell early on he got carried away and just randomly decided to jump like 3 minutes in speed.
Oh,
it's like,
okay.
I'm gonna do 9 or 10, blah blah blah, but then it shows like he did like would be 9 or 10 what he was supposed to be planning. He decided to do like 8-minute miles and shit like that.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, you weren't playing like to do like consecutively. You like, yo, dude, you're coming out like you have to be in a very good shape to keep that up.
Right.
I see Matthew just chipping off time at the beginning, and I'm like, Matt, what are we doing? We had a plan, bro. I get so mad at Matt during these races. I become like the biggest coach. I'm like, we had a plan and you ignored all of it, you piece of shit.
Right.
The thing is, I'm texting Naomi, I'm texting my mom. My aunt pissed me the fuck off, bro. I was mad. Anyway, the thing is, I try to see Matthew coming through like mile 2. There's way too many people, but boy, did I get the experience of a major. I saw a man juggling while running.
What the hell?
Dead ass juggling. People having signs of being like, "Tap here to power up for energy."
Yeah. Hey, was that caveman guy there? Do you know that caveman guy who like run? You know what I'm talking about?
Who knows? Probably.
Okay,
because there's too many people.
Like, there's a guy. He usually runs the Boston Marathon. I don't know if it was in Chicago, but he just goes like shirtless, pants. He just wears like a cloth, barefoot, and he just runs the marathon, like the Boston Marathon, just barefoot.
No, I don't.
Okay,
honestly, like what I was saying, I saw Matthew coming up with the GPS. I'm trying to get a video of him coming across mile 2, and I know that Matthew's trying to be competitive, so he's on the inside. He's on the opposite side of me, trying to run the competitive line. know where he's gonna be, but they're so dense with people. I cannot see Matt at all. There's a video on my Facebook, like I think Matt's here, and all you see is bodies.
Really, man.
I'm like, you can't see him.
Wow. Okay.
I'm like, yeah. So I never actually got to see Matthew race.
Okay.
Because it was blocked off, I couldn't see Matthew finish, and I couldn't see him. And so the thing is, I see Matthew, I'm like, oh, it's impossible to see him.
Right.
So the thing is, I need to make a video for us on the microtransaction, and Matt's only request from me is to get him a beer as he finishes.
Okay. Sure, you
That's
could
how
do that.
Finish up.
Yeah.
Like that's how you finish a fucking race. You drink a beer right afterwards. And I'm like, I like that fucking energy. So I'm trying to figure out. The thing is, the park is blocked out to 9:30. All right, Matthew's not. They do his pacing, but he's not scheduled to finish at this time till around 12.
Okay.
Right? So I'm basically just like walking the city up and down, playing a little Pokemon Go, waiting to get to the bean and stuff like that. By the way, Pokemon Go was great out there.
Nice.
Just walking the city by myself.
That's cool.
And I was just like, this is awesome. Like, I don't know if like I've never been in another city, in another state by myself.
Yeah. You just okay. Well, I'll tell you afterwards. Go carry on.
So I asked a bartender, like, hey, bro, because one bar opens up super early. He's like, yeah, we can't take beers out of here. Da 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 da. And then they finally open the park. And I'm like, where can I buy beer? I know this sounds weird. And then I try to find the thing. I finally find beer. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, me and Matt, we're gonna have a couple beers. I'm gonna surprise them with not just one beer, 2 beers. So I ordered 4 beers, $8 a pop. I was like, fuck it. And the guy's like, okay, and he starts opening up, eating me, and I'm like, no, I want to save it for my brother when he's done with the race. And he's like, we can't do that. We have to open them. And I'm like, but he already opened 2. And I'm like, I'll buy the 2. Fuck it, right? So I drink the 2, and I wait.
Uh-huh.
I'm watching the race. I meet some guy. We're talking about his wife is doing the race. He's from Arizona. We talk about how everyone's masked up and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because Arizona is the same way. They also have a governor who doesn't give a shit about human lives. Anyway. So that's happening. We're shocked. We were like, yo, is it crazy? Like, and we're talking to each other. And it's the first time in like 2 years I shook a stranger's hand.
Oh, it probably felt weird, huh?
Oh, he's like, we both realized, like, he's like, what's the last time you've done this? And it's like, before COVID, I'm like, me too. And I don't know his name, but I'm like, we had a moment.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was wild. I'm like, I shook a stranger's hand. I haven't done that for the pandemic. He's like, I was like, you're vaccinated, I'm vaccinated. He's like, if that matters. I'm like, right.
Yeah.
And I was like, anyway. And so I all right. Matt's finishing up the race. I can see that he's coming. Let me go get these last 2 beers. Start walking, about to get to the area where Matt is, and a guy stops me. Hey, you can't have these 2 beers. I was like, what? They told me I could. I asked. Nah, you can't go past here. And he could tell that I was pissed because I'm 2 beers in and angry. So I gotta drink these 2 more beers. All right.
Right.
It is not even at this. Well, it's like 11:30, but I'm like.
And you're about to be 4 beers in?
4 beers in. And I'll tell you right now, Liquid, I've had 4 beers right now, and I'm pretty drunk. So I was pretty drunk, like at 11 for no fucking reason. Right?
Okay.
So I'm drunk right now, and I'm trying to see Matthew because they have everyone going after other game. I'm skipping ahead. It's fun. Oh, but another sidebar, because of Florida, everyone's complaining about the humidity.
Oh,
I never once felt immunity the entire time I was there.
Yeah, you're probably
They're
like, oh, what a gentle breeze.
The wind was amazing. I'm like, oh my, I could be outside all fucking day. And people are like, oh, I need to get an AC. I'm like, y'all pansy ass motherfucker. I'm like, y'all want to survive a day. Right? And just like, it was so funny because you hear people audibly complaining about the humidity.
That's funny, dude. That is so funny.
So Matt comes out, Matt's exhausted. He has all his doohickeys, but they gave him, luckily, he had half a beer. He was waiting for me. I told him what happened. He was upset, but he understood. And he's like, are you drunk right now? I'm like, yes, man, I'm drunk right now.
Slightly.
Congratulations.
He's like, slightly, I had my 2 beers and your 2 beers.
Pretty much. So like I'm a little drunk and I'm on the phone and I'm talking to my mom and then he's on the gate and I can see Matt behind the gate and I'm like, so, I've been trying to cheer him on all day and I haven't. And I'm like, bro, you could hear me erupt and the whole. I'm not gonna lie, like 100 people looked at me. Right? Like I'm not exaggerating. Everyone was like, "God damn!" I'm like, "Man, you did it! Yeah!" And I said this at the top, and my voice does cut through a crowd.
Oh, it does.
Well.
It does. It does. Like I can attest to this. No, Chris does.
And you could tell that everyone's like, oh, and I'm like, "Sorry, guys," and then you hear everyone laugh at the same time. And I wish I was like at the microtransaction.com. You could see
YouTube.com/microtransaction.
But Matt's like, "What's up, bro?" And bro, you could tell that Matthew went through it, but he did. I was like, "Matt, you did it. How did you feel?" Then Matthew tells me that like he's like the coolest part was where he was like in the Mexican part of Chicago because they were out there offering beers and tequila to the runners.
Oh, that's dope.
And someone took a shot with them, and then that guy decided like, "Yo, you're running. I'm gonna run like a quarter mile with you." So he just ran a quarter mile with him after they just had a shot together.
Cool.
Shit like that. Matt said the race was awesome.
That's
Matt's
dope.
exhausted. Matt gets a nice little blister on his pinky toe.
Yeah.
I'm carrying Matthew's clothes because as soon as Matthew gets off, he like takes off his clothes and I give him his new clothes. And Matt's just rocking the medal the whole weekend,
Nice.
bro. Because
Nice.
you earned it.
Hell yeah.
So was everybody else. And everyone's just like, "Hey, congratulations!" Like, "Hey, congratulations" to each other.
Nice.
It's just a super cool vibe. And the next day, Matthew's legs are spaghetti, and Matthew's like, "Bro, I'm out." But Matthew's trying to talk all this shit like, "I'm fine, bro." And
I'm
like,
fine. Fine. Gets in the wheelchair and just starts rolling away.
A great picture I took of Matt just laying down like this. After
Yeah, I saw the picture and I saw the pinky toe as well. That thing would look like it was that thing looked like it was about to fall off. I'll try to post it here in the video if that's okay. I'll try to post it here.
Ew. Anyway, but like yeah, he said his sock shifted and it was just rubbing since mile 2.
Mile 2? There's still 24 other miles? Jesus Christ, dude.
So, but yeah, we did it. I like to say we did it because I was just there taking care of Matt.
Yeah, there you go.
Basically the Chicago trip was great. I had a Chicago style hot dog right next to Grant Park. It's delicious. Take it. We did. I did the dumbest video for the microtransaction and it got too many views.
Hey, check it out. It's still up there. You guys check it out. It's a YouTube short. Check it out if you want to see the bean live in person, and if you want to see what Chris does to the bean, you gotta check it out. You know,
flick it, maybe.
He may flick it. He may point at it. You go check it out. All right.
Anyway, I'm gonna just wrap it up because it's going on long on the tooth. But we came back. We had the stuff. We had the experience, and very happy on a personal level that I got to go back to Chicago and I didn't have such a terrible time. And I was just like, me and Matthew had every inconvenience happen to us, and like we just soldiered right through it.
Awesome.
And like we worked together and we did it. And then I became the directions guy. And I was like, "Oh, Matthew's sense of direction is terrible." I was like, "Don't worry about it, Matt. I got it." And Matt's like, "We should turn over here." I'm like, "No, Matt, we turn over here."
There you go.
I was like, he's like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Usually I let Naomi handle this shit." I was like, "Man, you've been married too damn long, bro."
That's too funny. Yeah, when I went to Chicago, it's so funny you mention that because when I went to Chicago, like me and Ani, we had our plans and stuff like that. And before we even left, I looked up the map of the subway so I know exactly what colored train goes to where. So like, dude, when we were there, we were prepared. Like Ani, I just want us to have nothing to worry about when it comes to directions. You know what I'm saying? That's all I care about. So yeah, I had that thing up and like ready on my phone. Like I'm like, as soon as we landed, okay, we got to take this brown train over here. We got to take this over here. So no, I feel you there, bro. It's it's only right. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not bad to get lost in the city, but remember, you know, failure to prepare is preparing for failure.
Oh, I haven't heard that one in a while, but it is very good.
Always
the
good.
thing is, Google on my phone. You know, I didn't realize my phone was so snazzy until the Chicago trip, because I had a thing that showed up directions if you're walking, and they have it where you can look up into the crowd. It'll tell you what road it is and how far you have to go.
Oh wow!
So they'll tell me that I'm a quarter mile of the way, and then, oh crap.
Yeah,
well, it's just telling me, Liquid, we need to start wrapping.
we'll start wrapping it up. All right.
All right, Liquid, you wrap it up.
Yeah.
Bye,
So
everyone. Chicago was great.
it's in other words, he's trying to tell you it'll just show you where to go. The phones are great, aren't they? But with that being said, thank you all for your time. Thank you for joining the Patreon, and hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you know, other than that, I guess we'll just leave you off with the rest of it per usual. Love each other. Take care. Above all else, be cool. Matt, congratulations on the victory. That's all we have to say here. Take care. This has been an extra microtransaction episode, and we will definitely see you next week.